Hello, and welcome back to Spittin Sports with Lamar. I am Casey Lamar, and I'm coming at you from the 256. Today is NFL Picks, and I'm going to go ahead and do this as quick as possible. There will not be the graphics again this week on this video. Thursdays just become busy days at this point. I hope to have the graphics back next Thursday. I will have the graphics on the college picks tomorrow, but today is the NFL Picks video, and we're going to go ahead and get right to it. And last week I went 9-6, not as good as I was hoping to do. We want to have 0 losses the rest of the year. I ended up adding 2 more from the week prior, but I went 9-6 last week. That brings my overall record to 42-36. Unfortunately, we want to expand that. We want to make that as many wins as possible. We're going to lose 0 games for the rest of the year. I promise this time. Very loosely promise, I should say. But let's just go ahead and get right into the games for Week 6. So, tonight, we have the first game of the weekend. Tonight, Thursday, October 11th, 7:20 p.m. Central. Fox and NFL Network. You got the Philadelphia Eagles visiting the New York Giants. Both teams really struggling. Eagles, they've lost 2 in a row now to the Titans and the Vikings last weekend. Sorry. But Philadelphia is a 1.5 point favorite. Again, straight up picks. We're not picking against the spread. I know a lot of people probably would appreciate that better, but for now, this season, I'm gonna go just straight up for now, because that's how I started, and I want to stick to that. But anyway, Eagles at the Giants tonight. Both teams really struggling. I just think the Giants are worse, just a worse team. It says there's a possibility of rain, as you can see there on the game post from ESPN. But I'm going Philadelphia. Philadelphia's a better team, defending Super Bowl champs. I think they find a way. They find a way to win the game. I think it's going to be a close game. Philadelphia is a 1.5 point favorite. I would take the Eagles by 3, but Philadelphia wins the game tonight. Then we'll get right into Sunday's action. We have, the first game on here. You have the Buccaneers at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta's a 3-point favorite. The Bucs had an amazing start to the year with Fitzmagic, Ryan Fitzpatrick, but that's long gone. Jameis Winston is now the starting quarterback again for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Falcons, high-scoring offense last week. Obviously, they just got demolished by Pittsburgh. But their offense at home, I think they finally win their second game of the season. They've also 2 shootouts in a row at home. I think this one could end up being a shootout, but we really don't know what to expect out of Jameis. Really, we haven't seen him in competitive play in a long time. But I do like the Falcons. Julio Jones lead one of the tops in receiving yards this season, if not the top. But he's no touchdowns. That's it. That's what he's always struggled with. That's what he's still struggling with. But give me Atlanta. Sorry, I'm going to pick up the pace here a little bit. You got the Steelers and the Bengals at noon on CBS. Steelers visiting the Bengals. Bengals are a 2-point favorite. The Bengals look very good. They're riding high right now. The Steelers got their second win of the season last week after demolishing the Falcons. But I'm really liking what the Bengals are doing. I think this will be, excuse me. I think this will probably end up being a shootout, high score, both teams in the 30s. But give me Cincinnati. I like what Andy Dalton's doing. I like what that team in general is doing right now. Run game, pass game. They've got it going on offense. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals to win that game. Next, you have the LA Chargers. It's the first time I referred to them as LA without referring to them as San Diego first. Are visiting the Cleveland Browns. Chargers are the 1-point favorite. I like the Chargers. I think both teams are going to score points, but I like the Chargers to score 35. I'm looking for the Browns to score 27, 28, somewhere around there. But I like the Chargers. Their 2 losses, the 2 top teams in the league this season. The Chargers are a very good team. I like what Phillip Rivers is doing. I like what that team in general is doing. Give me the Chargers to win that game by at least a touchdown. Give me the Chargers. The next one, this one's more of a toss-up for me. I know the Seahawks played the Rams very well last week. Seahawks are a 2.5 point favorite. This is one of the London games. It looks like it says Wembley Stadium there. Seattle 2.5 point favorite. You got the Raiders 1-4, Seahawks 2-3. like I've said about both of these, they're not playoff teams. Neither one of these teams are making the playoffs, I think. But I like Russell Wilson's ability against the Raiders, lack of pass rush. Give me the Seahawks, but give me the Seahawks by only a field goal. I'm thinking 24-21, 23-20, somewhere in there. I like the Seahawks to win. The next one, you have the Bears visiting the Miami Dolphins. The Bears are a 3.5-point favorite. I think that's too small. The Dolphins have come back down to earth. Since that 3-0 start, they got demolished by the Patriots 2 weeks ago. They were handed the second straight loss last week. I think they're handed a third straight loss. The Bears' defense is going to be too much for the Dolphins. And the last time we saw Trubisky play, he played like that franchise quarterback they drafted him to be. I think he's not going to play to that level again. That was just absurd. But I do like the Chicago Bears. Very good football team. I think they're a better football team than the Dolphins. I like the Bears by 7. I like the Bears by a touchdown. I'm thinking 28-20, 28-21, somewhere in that range. Neither team cracks 30, I think, in that game. The next one, you got the Cardinals at the Vikings. You don't got to say much about this game. The Vikings are a 10-point favorite. Give me the Vikings by 14, at least 14. Kirk Cousins is amazing. Adam Thielen, number 1 receiver in the league right now. The Vikings are going to have a field day, I think. And I'm going nice with the 14, but I think they win by at least 14. Give me the Vikings. Give me the Vikings 34-20, somewhere in there. And that's being generous for me. I think the Vikings are going to stomp them out of the building. But Vikings win easily. The next one, you got the Colts at the Jets. The Jets had a big win last week over the Broncos, but the Broncos are slipping. That was their third straight loss. The Jets are a 2.5-point favorite. Isaiah Crowell, he's playing really well right now. 200 yards last week. But I like the Colts to sneak up and or jump up and grab their second win of the season. Andrew Luck's playing well. He's above his normal statistics when it comes to completion percentage. But he is throwing the ball 49 times a game. That's what his I did that math last night for some reason. But he's throwing the ball 49 times a game right now. But I just think the Colts they just get a win. That's all they want to do. That's all they need to do. And I think the Colts get it done on Sunday. Next one I expect to be a very good football game. You got the Panthers at the Redskins. Washington's a 1-point favorite, which surprises me, but home team. Panthers, good football team, as expected. Redskins, they got stomped out in New Orleans on Monday, but give me the Redskins. I like the Redskins. I think this is going to be a close game, but I like the Redskins at home to just sneak away. A 1 point, I like the 1-point line there. I'm expecting more low scoring here. 21-20, 23-20, 20-17, somewhere in there. But I think the Redskins get a big win that they need at home on Sunday. Next game, you have the Bills at the Texans. The Texans are lucky to have won 2 in a row. The Bills, they played the Titans, and the Titans laid a goose egg after how great the offense played the week before. They go to Buffalo, and Buffalo beats them on a last-second field goal. The Texans are a 10-point favorite, and I don't like that line. That's way too much for me. Do I think Houston wins? Yes. They're at home. I think Houston gets the win, but much closer than you think. Deshaun Watson's he just has been getting destroyed this year. He has been getting destroyed. Dallas, I don't see how he finished that game. I do not see how he finished that game at all. He got hit 14 or 15 times. He just got absolutely destroyed. Stayed in the game and they won. But I take the Texans in a close one, much closer than the 10-point line. The next one you have the Rams visiting the Denver Broncos, and they're calling for snow in this football game. So a little different for those LA Rams this week. I don't think it matters because they could just hand it off to Todd Gurley. 7-point line in favor of the Rams, of course. The Rams are the favorite in that game. Even with the snow, the Rams are just too good overall when it's all said and done. They're just too good. Just too good. They could just hand the ball off to Gurley all game, and I think they still win. Give me the Rams. 7. That's a good line, I guess, because of the weather. I expect it to be a hard-fought game, a pretty close game relatively. Maybe not as close as the Seahawks and Rams were last week, but I do think the Rams improved to 6-0. Next, you got the Jaguars at the Cowboys. Jacksonville is a 3-point favorite. Jacksonville. The Cowboys are just their offense is not very good. The Jaguars' defense is very good. Obviously, they got beat pretty bad by the Chiefs last week, but I like the Jags. You just still got to go with the Jags over the Cowboys. The Cowboys are not very good right now. I'm just going Jaguars. Next one, you have the Ravens and Titans. Ravens 2.5 is the line there. Some weather expected there as well. This will probably end up being a defensive matchup more than anything, and I like the Ravens defense better. The way the Titans offense played last week is just I don't know how to explain that. That was bad. They lost to the Bills. Like I said, Baltimore 2.5-point favorite. I like the Ravens in a defensive game. 14-10, 14-13. Another squeaker. 17-14, 17-10. Something low scoring, but I like the Ravens to win. Sunday night game. You got the game that started last season, the 2017 season, the Chiefs and the Patriots, where the Chiefs showed they were a force to be reckoned with by running the Patriots out of their own building. I got a different story this time, though. I know the Patriots are a 3.5-point favorite, but I like the Patriots to win a very close game. I think Mahomes still goes off, still has a great game. I still think their offense is clicking, but I like the Patriots offense. I like the Patriots offense better in their own building. They haven't lost at home yet. All three of their wins are at home so far this year. So the home field advantage for the Patriots is huge. And I think the Patriots, they give the Chiefs their very first loss of the season. Give me New England to hand the Chiefs their first loss. And then Monday Night Football, you have the 49ers and the Packers. Packers are 9.5. Give me the Packers by 14. The 49ers haven't looked awful in those games they've had without Jimmy G. But the Packers at home, Aaron Rodgers went off even though they still got beat last week. But I like the Packers. I like the Packers at home. Just give me the Packers to win the game at home. 10. Give me the Packers by 10. I'll say by 10. 30-20. 34-24. 34-21. Something like that. But give me Green Bay to win at home. Your two bye weeks this week are the Lions and the Saints. That is it for all the picks for today. Go ahead down in the comments. Let me know what you're looking for out of the games this week. Not necessarily your picks, but what you're looking for, who you want to see play, what games you're looking at, those kind of things. Just what your thoughts are for the Week 6 slate of games. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, share the content, and subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I apologize. No graphics today. Thursdays have just gotten really busy. So I just don't have the time to do that and get the video out before the game starts tonight. But like I said earlier, Friday, tomorrow, will be college picks. Like every Friday, we will be doing those picks again with David. He will be here every week as the guest picker, as my guest for college football picks. But this has been Spittin' Sports with Lamar. I am Casey Lamar. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow.